It's felt like autumn has started early over the last couple of weeks with some rather wet and windy weather through the last few weeks of autumn. But officially, autumn doesn't start till the 1st of September, and here at the Weather Network UK, we've been taking a look at the forecast for the next 3 months. But before we delve into that all-important forecast, it's good to take a quick look at what a typical autumn brings here in the UK. Now, during September, we can still get some pleasant warm weather, particularly if high pressure moves in, with temperatures still in the high teens or even low 20s at times. But it is a cooling trend as we go through autumn and towards winter. And by November, daytime highs are only typically around 10 degrees Celsius. And in terms of rainfall, September is usually fairly dry in comparison to the rest of autumn, but it really does turn much wetter as we go into October usually, as that jet stream really kicks in, bringing us that typical wet and windy weather. But what does this autumn bring, autumn 2015? Well, it looks like temperatures are going to remain below average, particularly across Scotland and Northern Ireland, perhaps closer to average further south and east across parts of England and Wales. And for the rest of Europe, it does look like it's going to be warmer than average across the Mediterranean, all thanks to warmer sea surface temperatures here. And it looks like it's going to be warmer too across parts of northeast Europe. And in terms of precipitation, rainfall or snow, it looks like it's going to be much wetter than average across western parts of the UK, all thanks to a rather strong jet stream developing through October and November, bringing us plenty of wet and windy weather. Perhaps wet at times too across parts of England, although rainfall amounts here look like they're going to be closer to average. Wet too across the Mediterranean, plenty of rainfall here thanks to those warm sea surface temperatures, giving us plenty of showers and thunderstorms across parts of Spain and Italy. But it looks like it's going to be drier further north and east thanks to high pressure dominating across parts of Scandinavia and northeast Europe. But why have we got this weather pattern as we go through into autumn? Well, it's all thanks to sea surface temperature anomalies right across the globe. You may have heard we've got an El Niño developing across the equatorial Pacific, and that's becoming rather strong over the last few weeks. But there are very limited impacts of El Niño here in the UK. But if you look at the North Atlantic, you can see some big differences in sea surface temperatures out in the Atlantic. Very cool waters just to the west of the UK, and that's why we've had a rather cool and wet summer, particularly across northern and western areas. But with warmer waters just to the south of that, that difference in temperature is going to drive a much stronger jet stream towards the UK as we go through October and November. So in summary, it does look like September is going to start off fairly dry. At the moment, it looks like high pressure is really going to dominate through the month, giving us plenty of dry weather and perhaps some fairly warm days too. But as we go through October and November, that jet stream is really going to strengthen, much stronger than usual. So we're going to have plenty of wet and windy weather through October and November. And overall, it does look like it's going to be cooler and wetter than average, particularly across western areas of the country. Now make sure you keep up to date with the latest forecast as we go through autumn here at the Weather Network UK.